Hey everyone, it's Jamie from BestNerdLife. Got yet another Nerdy Thrifts video for you today, a series where I go around my local and not so local charity shops to find some really awesome nerdy finds. In this episode I've got a bunch of Wii-related things to show you, so without further ado, let's get going. Okay, first off, we're in a very slim media section, and yeah, PGR, Project Gotham Racer 3, with an additional game. Got Pingu there, a whole bunch of other stuff. Black and White, again, a fantastic game, but I don't really like the sold out packaging, so yeah, I left it. A bit further down, we have Kinetimals. I've never actually said that before, but yeah, that as well. Connect Adventures. Again, not something I'm really interested in. And yet again, a bit further down behind this taggy thing, a whole bunch of FIFA, and also, last but not least, Medal of Honor, Rising Sun for the Xbox. On to another charity shop now, and I found a bunch of digital cameras. The Olympus X940, not something I'm really interested in. I'm not specifically interested in those particular types of cameras. I want something a little more unique. And a Fujifilm FinePix J10. Once again, not interested in these particular ones, but for someone who collects them, $4.99 each, not a bad price really. We are going down now to this absolutely fantastic looking typewriter. It was an Adler, really big, really heavy, really bulky. Yeah, I'm not expert on these, but it seemed pretty cool, seemed to work, but I left it for someone else. In another charity shop now, and I found this Cine Royal film projector, I think it is, with reel-to-reel recorder, Super 8 apparently. Yeah, I'm not a big expert on this, but it's looked really cool, really retro. Gioca Royal Super 8 apparently. Yeah man. In another charity shop now, I found this big box like software package, a little bit generic for my tastes. It didn't have a price on it, was sealed. So yeah, I usually pick up random bits of software, but this was just a little bit generic. I just, decided to leave it. Onto a pretty big find in this other charity shop. Yes, that's right, a box Nintendo Wii for £20. Now, it did look a little bit battered on the outside, which, kind of sucked, but for £20, I'm not going to complain. This thing was really interesting to open up. It had a lot of stuff in there. When I was in the charity shop, I didn't have a super thorough look through it. I kind of opened it and seen, what was in there and all that kind of stuff. It did seem pretty complete. It had some additional peripherals, like a Wii remote charger, some batteries as well, that kind of stuff. It did look in pretty good nick, aside from, the box being a little bit battered. So I decided to get it. And I will go into this a little bit more later on in the video at the end, just to show you exactly what was in it. Onto the media section of that same charity shop. I was kind of hoping to see if they would have some, Wii games, because there was a Wii there. You would think that there was some, pretty decent Wii games to go with that Wii. However, I didn't really find much of anything. A few Blu-rays, that kind of stuff, a single Wii game, some 360 games, that kind of stuff. I did pick up these Harry Potter games. Now, these are not particularly rare, but they were selling them for pretty expensive price in CEX. So yeah, decided to pick them up. Then as I say, Xbox 360, original Halo as well. Some pretty good offerings, but you know what? I'm not really all that bothered in getting additional stuff. Had a look in the glass case near to the other DVDs and whatnot, and I found this Ultimate Matrix limited edition collection with a bunch of DVDs and a bust of Keanu. Really interesting and cool. Didn't get it, and when I next went in, that thing was gone. So obviously someone wanted it. On to another charity shop now, and I did manage to find some Wii games. However, even though I did want the B-movie game, $5.99 was a stupidly high price in my opinion. This particular charity shop, and I'm going to say which one, does seem to really price their games stupidly high, really. In another charity shop now, and I found a whole bunch of Pokemon manga. These were an absolute steal. I think they were going for maybe £1 or £2 each. Yeah, this was an absolute fantastic collection. Someone had just dumped their entire stock in this charity shop, and I was really tempted to get them. However, I didn't really know where to put them. I didn't really have space for them. And yeah, pretty much the next time I went in, they were gone, the entire lot. So someone was really happy at getting all this amazing Pokemon literature. In the media section of that same charity shop now, and there wasn't a whole lot there, just stuff that has been sat on the shelves for weeks and weeks and weeks. However, there were a few things, or at least one thing, at the end which I was really interested in. Yeah, there was Brain Training for the DS, and also Super Scribble Notes when I put it back up. Think it, write it, solve it. Yep, getting that in a charity shop now that I don't really visit a lot because it's not always open. And I did find a whole bunch of original Xbox games and some Xbox 360, but as you can probably see, a lot of them were like really faded. I think they were like sun damaged, you know, like the quality of them weren't that great, and they weren't even that cheap. They were quite expensive. So even though there was a good selection and games that I would really wanted to have, you know, combination of the price and the quality of them, I just decided to leave them, to be honest. On to another sweet little find, just a basket of PlayStation 4 games. Some of these were a really decent price, and I didn't realise, but some of these were Australian. They were, you know, from Australia, which is why some of them are cheaper than the others. But you know what? There were some games in there that I really wanted to play, and even though they were Australian, something that I didn't realise when I bought them, I'm still happy that I got them because, yeah, region free, they aren't region locked, so pop them in my PlayStation 4 and they run. You'll have to excuse this next bit. This was actually filmed on my camera phone, which is why it isn't as good quality as the stuff before. But yeah, a few PSP games which, you know, weren't great, and then a whole row at the bottom of You're in the Movies for the Xbox 360. These were still sealed. Obviously, someone had just dumped their stock here. Yeah, I don't see these going at all. In the puzzles and board game section of another shop, and I did find this Wikipedia the game. I kind of knew this was a thing, but yeah, seeing it in real life, pretty interesting. I didn't actually get it because, yeah, I'm not really that big of a fan of Wikipedia, as a board game at least. But yeah, interesting to see nonetheless. Above the washing machines here, and I found this Game Track Central Unit for the PlayStation 2. I've actually already got this. I got it from a big bundle of random junk that I got a while back from Facebook Marketplace. I'll link that video in the description below if you want to know more about that. But yeah, I actually had this already, but it wasn't in a box. So yeah, for £5, I do want to do a video about this in the future. Yeah, I'm absolutely getting this. Can't wait to try it out on my PlayStation 2. Onto another charity shop now, and I found yet another Wii, but this time it was unboxed. And it was actually more expensive, which is, you know, swings and roundabouts. Some are good deals, some aren't. But yeah, obviously I didn't get this because I've already got a Wii, but you know, it was interesting to see. Anyway, some good footage to capture, right? However, I did think, maybe there's some Wii games in the media section. So of course I went rooting around in the media section and I managed to find some Wii games. Some really interesting ones, to be honest. Tiger Woods PGA Tour, not interested in that. Jenga, interesting one. Another PGA Tour game. That's actually quite rare, to be honest, but these prices do reflect that. The Bigs, I've never heard of that before. Ghost Squadron, not Green Squadron, Ghost Squadron, or Squad, Teleaddicts, and Big Brain Academy for the Wii. Last but not least, I'm quite literally just rooting around the like bargain bin. Some really random ones here. I did pick up Deal or No Deal because I adore Deal or No Deal. But yeah, just some really random stuff in here. Nothing really catching my eye. But yeah, there was a decent selection, I guess, of just kind of, you know, really bad third-party stuff and a walk with me pedometer thing. That was interesting, but yeah, nothing really caught my attention. So yeah, this is the haul that I got. I want to apologise, I think this is quite a dark shot, but you know what, that's fine. We got the Wii Sports Resort bundle for £20, which I'm really happy with. Also got that Game Track Central unit for the PlayStation 2. Definitely going to be doing a video on that in the future. We've got Deal or No Deal, Trackmania Turbo, whatever it's called, Star Ocean, World of Final Fantasy, Ghost Squad, Super Scribblenauts, and the 2 Harry Potters. Nice, decent little haul. Some random stuff in there, stuff that I wouldn't really think would be there, especially those Australian games. Super duper weird, but yeah. Alright, so let's do a deep dive into this Wii Sports Resort box package thing. As I said, it's £20, looked a little bit battered, but yeah, let's get into this. So first off, a whole bunch of wires. You've got the power cable there. Yeah, don't really know what to say about a power cable. It's a power cable. It turns the machine on. Some AV stuff. You got a charger for the battery packs, which is here. I had some trouble getting this off, but yeah, it's just a battery pack to charge up and stick in your Wii. As I said, the AV cable with a SCART adapter as well, pretty decent. Another battery and back faceplate. Back faceplate? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean. You got a Wii remote, pretty decent, looked in pretty good nick. You also got another Wii remote, again, pretty decent nick. You got the charger, like adapter socket thing, whatever you want to call it. The Wii itself, again, looked pretty good. There was a bit of a scratch there, but I'm going to try and get that out. I did notice that the top was broken off, but it wasn't actually broken. You can just slot it back on like so. So yeah, pretty decent in that first tray. Just there, you know, checking stuff, making sure everything was working properly. In the second tray here, just some other random stuff like these protectors, some documentation. These were really gross, really sticky. Don't know what that was all about. Especially this one. This was horrendous. And this is where the actual Wii Motion Plus adapter thing was. Yeah, this thing was caked in I don't know what, to be honest. And yeah, I was having some trouble getting out. But yeah, as you can see, stained horrifically. However, I was able to clean that pretty well with some isopropyl alcohol. If you're doing this kind of stuff, I would totally recommend isopropyl alcohol. Really good. You got a stand there. You got the what do you call it, sensor bar, some documentation, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just some random documentation that isn't really important, but I like to have, you know, the complete package, just to stand there, and yeah, some random bits of cardboard, just to check on the bottom, and yeah, another piece of documentation. So it wasn't 100 complete thing. There wasn't any nunchucks, I think they're called. However, I did manage to open it up and see that we had a Wii Sports Resort disc in there. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, by all means, like, comment, subscribe, all that social media goodness. And as always, keep living that best nerd life.